Hola y buenos días. Soy yo, el señor Morris. Soy el maestro de español. ¿Cómo están ustedes? Today we'll start off by looking at the calendar. We'll review the plant habitats that we talked about last class, and then we'll name some specific plants. But before we do any of that, let's sing our opening song. Canten conmigo. Hola, hola, buenos días, bienvenidos, ¿cómo están? Todos juntos ya estamos listos para aprender. Muy bien cantado. Now, as I said, we'll start today's lesson with a look at the calendar. Okay? Let's start with the same questions that I always ask, and I want to see how you guys answer them. Let's start off with this one. ¿Cuáles son los días de la semana? ¿Cuáles son los días de la semana? We can look right up here and find the answer to that. You say, los días de la semana son lunes, help me out here guys, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado y domingo. And that's right. Now, to help us remember that, we have a song, which I'm going to sing now, and I'd like all of you to sing with me. Hay 7 días en una semana, los vamos a nombrar. This is where I need your help now. Lunes, martes, miércoles, jueves, viernes, sábado, domingo. Muy bien. Ahora, otra pregunta. ¿En qué mes estamos? ¿En qué mes estamos? Okay. Now, if we look at the calendar here, we can see the answer on there, and I'd like you guys to try to answer me. ¿En qué mes estamos? Estamos en marzo. Estamos en marzo. Okay. Now, here's another question that you should know. ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy? And you guys might want to be asking yourselves that question every day in class. Okay? Now, I know that you're watching this on videotape, so the date may be different for you. But if today were a Wednesday, and it were the 21st of March, how would you answer? ¿Cuál es la fecha de hoy? Do you know? Very good. You'd say, hoy es miércoles 21 de marzo. Right. Muy bien. Well, again, you try to figure out the date for today when you're watching this lesson. See if you can do that, and try to do it every day. Well, last class, we looked at plants and some plant habitats. Now, here's the one that we talked about. Remember, we asked, ¿cuáles son los hábitats de las plantas? And this was one of the first ones that we looked at. How would you describe this? Okay, there are a lot of trees around. There's a lot of different types of animals that lived here. Do you remember what this is called? Now, you should have this in your Spanish notebook. If you don't, go ahead and take out your Spanish notebook and jot this down. This one is called el bosque. El bosque. Okay, does that look familiar? It's certainly not a cognate, so that makes it kind of tough. But how about this one? Oh, yeah. Yeah, a lot of sand, and most of the vegetation, most of the plants that we see here are like cactus and things, aren't they? And then it's got a different type of wildlife than the forest. This one is a cognate. Do you remember what it's called? A la una, a las dos, a las tres. El desierto. El desierto. This next one, oh, look it, there's water. And this has seaweed and sharks and dolphins and octopus. Do you remember what this one is called? I'll give you a hint. It's a cognate. A la una, a las dos, a las tres. El océano. El océano. Right? That one's pretty easy. And then this last one is also water, but this is fresh water. Now, this isn't a big lake, and this isn't moving water. It's not a river. This is just a small body of water, what we'd call a pond. Y en español es la charca. La charca. Okay. Well, we also looked at some of the plants that we'd probably find in each one of these habitats. This first one, what do we find in the forest? Trees. That's right. Or un árbol, a tree. Now, when you write this into your notebooks, don't forget the accent mark. Un árbol. You hear how that's stressed? Okay. Oh, this is what we'd find in el desierto. And this one's real easy because it's a cognate, isn't it? What is it? A la una, a las dos, a las tres. El cactus. El cactus. Yeah, that one's really easy. Now, this seaweed that we find growing in the ocean, right? It's seaweed. We said it's kind of like marine algae, right? Remember that marine algae? Y en español, el alga marina. El alga marina. And then we looked at this one. Okay, and we said this would probably grow in a pond. It's like a water lily, right? En español es la ninfea. La ninfea. All right. Well, we've talked in general terms about trees, and we've learned that parts of a plant is called a flower, right? But now I'm going to be more specific. I'm going to tell you, nombra algunos árboles y flores. Okay, now look at this sentence, okay? It is telling us to nombra, name something. What should we name? Árboles, do you remember what those are? Trees. Y flores, flowers. Okay, so it's saying name some trees and flowers. Well, let's go ahead and look at some right now. Okay. This is a tree that's found quite a bit around Flagstaff. Well, it doesn't have leaves as much as it has kind of needles on it. Okay, do you know what this tree is? It's a cognate. En español es un pino. Un pino. And what is it called in English? A pine tree. Un pino is a pine tree. Now, this next tree is one of the most common of the United States. Okay? It's used a lot to make furniture and things like that. En español se dice un roble. Can everybody say that? Un roble. Go ahead and roll that R if it's in the beginning of the word. Un roble. En inglés es un oak tree. Yeah. Un roble is an oak tree. Yeah. Ahora, las flores. Ah, esta es la flor del amor. Yeah, the lover's flower, huh? En español es una rosa. Es la rosa. ¿Cómo se dice en inglés? What is it called in English? A rose. Ah, esta flor se llama el girasol. El girasol. Now, girasol, this word here, can be broken into two parts. Okay? This first part here, gira, you see that? That means turn, turn. And the next part there, sol, well, you know that because we studied that. That means sun. Okay? So el girasol, it's called that because it turns during the day to follow the sun. Girasol. It follows the sun. So what do we call this flower in English? Do you know? A sunflower. That's right, a sunflower. Girasol. Now, one thing that I'd like to mention to you today is an issue that's getting a lot of attention today in many parts of the world. Okay? It is a need to protect and preserve the environment. The plants need to be cared for during our lifetime so that they'll still be here for people who are yet to be born. Can anyone guess what I'm talking about? En español es ecología. Ecología. Okay, now this is a cognate. Do you know what it is in English? Ecology. That's right. Very good. Taking care of the earth. And I hope that you guys can look into that some and get involved in it somehow for future generations. Ahora vamos a repasar el TPR. Ahora presten atención y participen todos. Muy bien. Let's go ahead and start off by reviewing the things that we've been doing. ¿Listos? ¡Párense! ¡Caminen! ¡Basta! Voltéense. Caminen hasta la silla y siéntense en la silla. Now, are you guys following along with us? I hope so. Now, teachers, if your classes can't accommodate everyone doing it at once, maybe try to get some of the students doing this along with us, okay? ¿Listos? Párense. Brinquen. Voltéense. Voltéense. Muy bien. Well, you guys are doing pretty good. Siéntense en el piso. Siéntense en el piso. Oh, that's good. Okay. Do you remember this one? Canten. Okay, muy bien. Basta. Párense. Now, last time we talked about corran. Corran. Basta. Corran a la mesa. Corran a las sillas. Y siéntense en las sillas, siéntense. Now, we talked about the one where I tell you canten. And remember, because I say canten conmigo, and that's in one of our songs where it says, ay, 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 canta y no llores. That means sing and don't cry. So if I tell you a new word, if I tell you lloren, you'll go, a ver, lloren. Basta. Párense todos. Brinquen y voltéense y lloren. Oh, basta, basta, basta. Siéntense en el piso. Siéntense en el piso. Muy bien, siéntense en el piso. Try to find some new ways to combine these in your classrooms so that the students are having to think and listen at the same time. That's all we have time for today. So muchas gracias, and let's tell them what? Adios. Oh, yeah. Adios. Oh, I hope that you're all able to participate along with our TPR lessons. They're a lot of fun. Try doing them sometime in your class. Remember that the vocabulary for all of those lessons are written down on the lesson vocabulary. So look those up and give them a shot. Muy bien. Ahora, saquen la hoja de actividades llamada Flores y Árboles. Yeah, here's mine right here. I'm going to start by writing my name up at the top. Roberto, R-O-V-E-R-T-O. Roberto es mi nombre. Me llamo Roberto. Now the directions say, fill in the missing words using the clues. And then, see, you have number 1 number 2, number 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, here's our key, and then you fill them in right in here. Okay, now once you fill them all in, it says read the word going down to find out what we all need to understand to protect the environment. So once we get all of these filled in, we'll be able to read a word coming down this way that we all need to understand to protect the environment. Well, let's see. You can either start up at the top and say, okay, well, I'm going to figure this one out by using my notes, and I'm going to do that. Or you can say, well, I'm going to start down here with the ones I know. I know number 6. Okay, I know number 6. Do you see what that is, guys? Do you remember when we talked about that? Okay, well, let's look at the answer key over here. What is that one called? It's called rosa. Rosa. So I'm going to write that down here on number 6. Another thing that'll help is, if I look at number 6, I can see there's 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 4 blanks. I'm going to write that in there. Rosa. So I know the last letter in this word is going to be an A. Okay, let's go back up here. And remember what I always tell you to do. Cross through them so that you don't use them twice. Okay. And now we're going to look at these 2. Do you remember what this tree is called? Do you remember what it's called? It's a cognate. Es un pino. Un pino. Okay, so you can write that for number 2. Here we go. T-I-N-O. Okay, so now I've helped you with 2 of them there. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys finish this up whenever your teacher gives you some time, whether it's right now after class or later in the day, or if your teacher wants you to take it home and work on it, whatever works best for you guys. Today, we reviewed the plant habitats and plants, and we even learned the names of some of the plants. Okay? You may find some of these where you live. You may even want to get your Spanish-English dictionary and find the names of other plants that we haven't talked about in class. Okay? Now, next class, we'll review all of the things that we've looked at during this unit in preparation for the evaluation. And we're going to play Loteria, so you may want to make sure that you have all of your Loteria boards ready to go and something to mark them with. Okay? Pero ¿saben qué? Ya es hora de despedirnos. For our goodbye song today, let's sing La Bamba. Canten conmigo. Para bailar la bamba, para bailar la bamba, se necesita una poca de gracia, una poca de gracia, pa' ti, pa' mí, ahí arriba y arriba. Ahí arriba y arriba, por ti seré, por ti seré, por ti seré. Bamba, bamba, help me out now. Bamba, bamba. Yo no soy marinero, yo no soy marinero, soy capitán, soy capitán, soy capitán. Bamba, bamba, say it again. Bamba, bamba. You guys are doing a great job. Until next class, adiós y hasta luego.